Welcome to the session of Fractions Part 3. Today we are going to learn about the concept of equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions in simple terms can be understood like, if I have a fraction 3 by 5, if I multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same quantity, suppose I am multiplying this by 2 and here also by 2. 2 by 2 is actually 1. So when I am multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same quantity, I am multiplying by 1. It will not change the value. So here 3 into 2, the new numerator will be 6. 5 into 2 is 10. This is the new denominator. But when you see clearly, 3 by 5 is same as 6 by 10, because when we reduce 6 by 10 in lowest form, 2 3s are 2 5s are. What I get is 3 by 5. I am getting back the same fraction. So this is called equivalent fraction, when a fraction is multiplied by the same quantity in the numerator as well as the denominator, or even divided by the same quantity, then we get the fraction which is an equivalent fraction. And when reduced to lowest terms, we get back that fraction. Let's see some examples to understand it better. Here I have a question with me. Find two equivalent fractions of 8 by 11. So 8 by 11 is my given fraction and two equivalent fractions. That means the first equivalent fraction can be 8 divided by 11 into 2 and into 2 in the denominator as well. What I am doing is multiplying by 2 by 2. I am multiplying the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2, which will not change the number. So 8 into 2 is 16. 11 into 2 is 22. Once again, when you reduce this, you will get back 8 by 11. So this is one equivalent fraction of 8 by 11. Let's find out another. 8 by 11. Now we can multiply by 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 30 by 30. Any number can be multiplied. The number should be same in the numerator and in the denominator. It can be 10, it can be 30, it can be 40, any number. And here 8 3s are 24 in the numerator, 11 into 3 is 33 in the denominator. So this is what I am getting. And this is again an equivalent fraction to 8 by 11, because when I reduce this to lowest term, I get back my 8 by 11. Let's see another example. In the last example, I was multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same quantity to get the equivalent fraction. Here in this example, I have 50 by 90. And here in this case, I will divide by the same number. Let's see. 50 divided by 50 by 90. 50 divided by 90. When this is divided by 10 in the numerator, divided by 10 in the denominator, I get 5 by 9. Why? Because 50 divided by 10 is 5. 90 divided by 10 is 9. 5 by 9 is an equivalent fraction of 50 by 90. In case if I have to find out another fraction but I don't know how to divide, I am not well versed with division, I can multiply 50 by 90. I can multiply it by 2 by 2. Keep the numbers small for easy multiplication and easy division. Always keep the numbers small. 50 into 2 is 100 and 90 into 2 is 180. So in this example, you have seen how to find out the equivalent fraction by dividing or by multiplying. So these are the two equivalent fractions of 50 by 90. Similarly, we can do other problems where one number is missing. It's being given that the fraction is equivalent to another fraction, but suppose the numerator or the denominator is missing. Find the missing term. Let's see those kind of examples. In this example, it is being given that 5 by 7 and dash by 14. Suppose it is x by 14 are equivalent fractions. So I know that whatever has been multiplied by 7 in here in the denominator has been multiplied by 5. So let's see. 14 divided by 7 is 2, or 7 into 2 is 14. So that means 5 by 7 has been multiplied by 2 by 2, because 7 into 2 is giving me 14 and I have to multiply the numerator by the same quantity. So 5 into 2 is 10 and 7 into 2 is 14. So my missing digit here in the numerator is 10. Once again I repeat, it's been given, find the missing term of the equivalent fractions. These 5 by 7 and dash by 14 are mentioned as equivalent. So that means whatever the numerator or the denominator has been multiplied with, it's the same quantity. Here 14 divided by 7 gives me 2, 7 into 2 is 14. So definitely I have to multiply the numerator with 2, and 5 into 2 I get 10. So this is how I get the equivalent fraction and the missing number of the equivalent fraction. 5 by 7, 10 by 14. Let's see another example where the denominator is missing. This example, once again I have been given equivalent fractions. 6 by 4 is equivalent to 60 divided by dash. And I have to find out the missing denominator here. So let's see. 60 divided by 6 is giving me 10. That means the numerator has been multiplied by 10 to get this 60. So I have to definitely multiply this 4 by 10, 4 into 10. So 6 by 4 into 10 by 10 gives me the equivalent fraction 60 by 4 into 10 is 40. 60 by 40 I get when I multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same quantity, that is 10. So here my answer is 40. There is one more method to do this. Suppose 60 divided by 6 I am getting 10, 4 into 10 I am writing clearly. There is one more method that is called the cross multiplication method. Let's see how to do by that method. Suppose this is the missing digit. I don't have anything here. I write x. So my question becomes 6 by 4 is equal to 60 by x. This is the second method, that is the cross multiplication method. What I do is I cross multiply these terms, that is 6 into x, cross multiplication. 6 into x is 6x. 60 into 4 I write here, and I am not multiplying now. I am just leaving it as it is, 60 into 4. To find out the value of x, this 6 goes down and gets divided. So it becomes x is equal to 60 into 4 divided by 6. Because this 6 was getting multiplied here, it gets divided on the right hand side of the equal to. 6 cancels out with 60 with 10, and I get the value of x as 40. Same here also, I am getting the value as 40. This method is more applicable when, suppose instead of this 40, it would have, instead of this 60, it would have been 30 or some other number which is not a direct multiple of 6, maybe 40. It's not a direct multiple of 6. So in that case, we require this kind of cross multiplication. Let's see an example to understand it better. Here in this example, 6 by 4 and a missing numerator divided by 10. So here, as we can very clearly see, 10 is not a multiple of 4. So even if I divide 10 by 4, I am not going to get a whole number. So in this case, we find that cross multiplication method is more applicable and easier. Let's see how to do this. So 6 into 10 on the left hand side of the equal to. On the right hand side, let's put an x here. So 4 into x, that is 4x. 6 into 10, our numerator on the left hand side is getting multiplied by the denominator on the right hand side, and vice versa. So 6 into 10, 4 into x. Let's see, 6 into 10 divided by 4 will give me the value of x. This 4 will come this side and get divided. Let's cancel out the terms. 2 2s are, 2 5s are. Once again 2 into 3. So x I am getting as 15. So this is the final value of x, that is 15. See, once again I'll repeat the steps. When I see that the given denominator or the given numerator is not a direct multiple of the number 10, is not a multiple of 4. So in that case, cross multiplication method is always more applicable. So 10 into 6, 4 into x, and when I solve it, I get the value of x as 15. Hope you are liking all our videos. So send in your suggestions and queries in the comment box. Share the videos with your friends and press the bell icon for the latest information on all the videos of Maths and English. And don't forget to subscribe the channel Idea English.